Hi, I'm Joe Stopka with TASCAM. I'm here at Markertek today to take you through the Model 24 mixer. And just a quick overview is that the Model 24 is, as you can see, an analog mixing console that has a built-in multi-track recorder on an SD card, and it's also a USB audio interface. And on the USB audio interface to your favorite digital audio workstation software, you actually get all the different channels, all the different tracks separately on your DAWs. So it's a multi-channel audio interface, a 24-channel one in fact. We have 16 mic pre's. There are actually 12 mono channels, and then there are 4 that are either mono mic or stereo line inputs. So it gives you the flexibility of bringing in stereo sources into 4 of those channels. On the first 12 channels, you have a 1 knob compressor, which is really unique. And it's very simple. You don't get into too much trouble. It's just great to have a 1 knob compressor to use to control some of the dynamics that you may have coming in either on a spoken mic or a musical production or something like that. So it's really easy to use. Typical complement of EQ, which you would expect on a mixer like this. Again, typical complement of a couple of auxiliaries for fold back applications. And then we also have a built-in multi-effects processor with 16 preset effects that you can feed off that third aux. Now, back up here at the beginning of the channel, we have a switch that allows you to select what the input source is. And there's actually 3 different input sources. One of them is the live channel. The second one is actually the return from your computer. And then the third one here is from the SD card. And what's really unique about this is that if you have some pre-recorded tracks either on the SD card or from the computer, you can actually mix them in with live channels. So let's say you had some pre-recorded channel background music for a production, either a theatrical production or a musical production with a group, and they want to have some embellishments of these soundtracks with them. They can select what their source is and then have some of the channels be the live input channels and mix those together. Down here, as you can see, I have flashing right now the record buttons on each of the channels, and what's nice about this is you can record all 24 tracks at one time, and you can overdub up to 8 channels at one time. So you have a lot of flexibility. Usually 8 channels is going to be enough for an overdub. That would usually take like a complete drum set or something like that, or maybe a horn section or something like that where you'd need up to about 8 mics. Full 100mm faders, which is really a nice complement for audio control. We have a mute switch and then channel routing. We also have 1 submix. So if you wanted to submix a set of inputs and just have 1 overall level control, you could use that for, say, submixing a drum kit or something like that. You can also, what's really unique about this is that it like kind of old school where you can bounce tracks. Let's say you needed more than 24 tracks. You could submix some of your channels to the sub output, take a simple patch cord, patch that into one of your stereo inputs, and then bounce those tracks over to that, and then open up all the other channels once again. So that gives you a lot of flexibility for the expansion. One of my very favorite channels is the Bluetooth channel. The Bluetooth channel not only allows you to stream in other audio sources from a mobile device or a Bluetooth source, it also has a couple of stereo line inputs. So this could be an additional stereo line input from, let's say, another submixer or maybe a camera feed or some type of other remote device. Then also in here, you can see we have some metering going on here. You can switch between metering and other controls of the multi-track recorder. As we have some tracks playing, you can see the master left-right faders going on there. And it's just a very flexible mixing console. All your 1/4 inch outputs are tip ring sleeve, so they're balanced. And then you have your XLR main outputs here. On the back side, which you don't see, is the USB connector for your computer. So that's a pretty thorough overview of the Model 24. I can tell you the Model 16 has a very similar complement, just 6 less mic channels. And then the Model 12, which is brand new from us, also has just 8 mic channels. And 16, you can record 16 tracks. 12, you can record 12 tracks. So that's a pretty thorough overview of the Model 24 and the Model series. We hope if you need more information, you'd find one of your friendly salespeople over at Markertek, and they can help you out. Thank you so much.